started working on our ship. I thought it was going to be done a lot sooner, but Father explained that with only the small hand tools from the steamer, building something as large as a ship would require patience. They said in the next couple of days, they should be putting the mast up. I can't wait to see that. We're going to be leaving this island very soon.
How's your side coming along, Fritz?
Well, I think I'm going to be finished today.
Good. We're about to lose our light. Let's stop until tomorrow.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Push. There. Now the other side. Let's get the two bows lined up.
I'm ready.
There. Now, let's bring the two sterns closer. Push until it's parallel. More. There. Now she's ready for the cross beams.
I think she looks great.
Father and Fritz aren't the only ones getting ready to leave. Mother, Jack, and myself are in charge of the provisions for the trip. That means we all have to get the food ready. I don't really mind, because we haven't had to study while we're helping Mother. Although I have a feeling that there will be just enough room on the ship for school books. Anyway, it sure is exciting to think that we'll finally be on our way to Australia again. And when we get there, I'll have lots of new friends to play with. Jack will start school. Fritz will play music. I can't wait. I think it's snack time.
You're not supposed to eat those, Becca.
You can have one.
Oh.
What do you think?
They're delicious.
Uh-huh. Oh, Mercedes, did we forget about you? Here.
Look, Mercedes thinks they're good too.
Children, please don't eat up all the food for our trip.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Mother, why are we setting out the food to dry like this? Why don't we just pick a bunch right before we get in the boat?
We'll take some fresh fruit along too, Becca. Most of the food we'll take along will be dried. That's because dried food keeps longer.
I see. Mercedes, I can't give you any more of these. We need to dry them out.
Are these fishes for the boat?
Yes.
We have to do these just like the fruit?
That's right. Having fish on board will give us protein to eat.
We don't need to bring fish. We can just use the poles Father made.
We'll certainly bring them along, but the presence of fishing poles does not guarantee fish. When these have all dried, we'll stack them up and wrap them in palm leaves to keep the water out.
Oh.
And we'll have fish.
Why do you have to keep the water away from the fishes?
What?
Oh, well, because these fishies have to stay very dry.
You got it.
Yeah.
Let's put it in the middle.
We'll need to bring a lot of water, won't
Yes, that's true. We can't last very long without it. I was figuring that we'd take 2 barrels of fresh water along with us, one loaded in each canoe. There.
I worry that that's not going to be enough. Maybe we can find out a way to bring some more.
It's not the space I'm concerned with, it's the weight. By the time we get 5 people and all their provisions loaded, we may be pushing the limitations of this design on the open sea.
How about 3 canoes, Father?
I believe a 3-hull design would be too hard to steer.
But what are we going to do if we run out of water in the middle of the ocean?
Fritz, it's risky. We all know that, but we've got to try.
I'm just afraid that we won't make it to Australia. Maybe we ought to stay here on the island.
We could stay here, and possibly exist for a very long time, but only if we don't encounter any more tropical diseases or serious accidents. Listen, Fritz, not too long ago we were asked to go to Australia because they needed more doctors. And we agreed to go as a family. But we didn't make that decision just so we could move away and live somewhere else. We made it because people needed our help, and they still do. Our only other option is waiting. That would require a ship to pass by. I'm sure you remember what happened the last time.
You're right. And if we did see a ship on our voyage, we could sail over to it.
Yes, we could. We could end up in Australia after all this.
I'm sorry I sounded so fearful.
I understand. Let's get back to work.
Right.
Mother, are we going to bring corn along on our trip?
Yes, we will, Becca, but that's not the only grain we'll be bringing along. The wheat should be ready to be harvested also.
How are we going to possibly eat them on board the ship? They're too hard dried.
We won't try to eat the dried kernels. We'll have to grind them all up first.
That will give us cornmeal, right, Mother?
Yes, it will, and from that we can make corn porridge.
Hey, do you think we can make sweet cakes?
Well, I suppose. They'll last for a short while.
Yay! My favorite! I love eating sweet cakes. Yum!
Now, Becca, I don't want you thinking we'll be eating the same size meals on this voyage as we do here. We'll ration
What?
our supplies of food and water while we're sailing. We will just have to conserve our food, Becca. We don't know how long our journey is going to end up taking us.
Why don't we know?
We're not really sure where we are, or exactly the distance to Australia.
Know what we can do? If we run out of food, we can use the fishing poles Father made. Or maybe Fritz and I could use our bows and arrows. We could stand on the edge of the boat and shoot the fish as they swim by. What do you think of that, Jack?
I don't know.
You are the optimistic one, aren't you, Becca? Bows and arrows indeed. After we get this corn done, we'll check on the papaya. Oh!
It's raining, Mother.
Quickly, children, we've got to gather up all the food we've left out to dry. You two bring in the fish.
All right.
All right.
Come on, Jack.
You run too fast, Becca. Ah!
Jack, come help me with this. Oh!
Hurry up, Becca. The fishes are getting wet.
I'm untying as fast as I can. Let's go. Ah! Do you have to do that here, Brewster?
Yeah, don't do that here, Brewster.
This surprise storm stopped everyone's work. Now we were going to have to start all over again with fish and fruit drying. It sure rains different here than it did in Switzerland. Back home, once it started, the rain would last for hours, sometimes days. But here it only lasts for a few minutes, then it's dry. It did rain really hard once before. That was the night our steamship ran aground. But that was a long time ago. Now it just rains and clears up. Rains and clears up.
Father, the 5 of us will never fit in one canoe. How are we going to decide who sits where?
You and I will sit in the back of each one. That way we can pull in the sails. Then we should keep all the food in one canoe and Becca in the other.
What's in the next one, Mother?
There's sugar inside this one.
Oh, what's all over this?
Besides the banana tree leaves, I used some of the wax from those candleberries you brought back.
What for?
The wax seals the edges and keeps the moisture out. It's extremely important to make sure the food and supplies are kept dry during our entire journey.
I see. I'm ready for another one.
This one's salt.
Why do we have to bring along extra packages of salt? We'll be traveling over seawater.
Yes, but we won't have any way of using that salt. Here, there just isn't any place on board the ship to make the salt like we did before. Remember when we needed to use quite a large section of the beach last time? So we have to bring the salt along with us.
Why don't we boil the salt water?
We can't because we won't be building any fires.
Huh? You mean we're going to sail to Australia without cooking?
Uh-huh. Your father said that any extra space would be used for food and not for firewood.
But I was looking forward to barbecuing the fish we caught.
I'm sorry, Becca, but Father was quite specific about what things we had room for on board the boat.
We're not going to have any hot food to eat?
I think it's time to sew the sail together.
Next, they'll probably be making me paddle. Father and Fritz are almost done with the ship. All they have left to build is the mast. That's the tall pole in the middle that the sail goes on. And the sail is what Mother and I are sewing together.
Becca, I want you to be sure that all of your stitches are sewn tightly together.
I will.
Thank you.
There. Now hold her steady. I'm going to try and lift her into place.
Got it.
All right, here we go. Steady.
I wonder how your father and Fritz are getting along.
I hope almost done like us.
Good, good. Now let it down slow. Take it easy. Steady. There. Now we have one mast in place.
I think it looks great.
Wow.
It's ready for the ship.
And now the ship is ready for her sail.
I say, let's pack everything tonight.
Let's all get a good night's rest. We'll test the ship in the morning.
All right.
With all the excitement, I don't think any of us are going to get much sleep tonight. Nobody wanted to sleep late this morning. In fact, I'm not sure if I've ever seen the Robinson family clean up after breakfast so fast. Everybody was in a great big hurry, even Brewster. You can't blame us, though. We finally have a way to get off of this island. After we test the boat today, I want to go fishing.
Let's see if we have any time for that this afternoon.
Yes, we may end up sailing most of the day.
All right.
Look out, Brewster. We're walking on the bridge. Get out of the way. That was a close one.
Oh, Jack. Father said it was turning out to be a perfect day to go sailing. The water was calm and there was a slight breeze blowing. I think everyone was hoping today would be one of those special days. The kind that happen every once in a while, where nothing goes wrong and everything goes right.
Here we go.
I'm gonna push too, Daddy.
All right, Jack, you come over here next to me.
Like this, Daddy?
Uh-huh.
Wait for us, Brewster.
Let's aim for that opening on the left.
Right, I see it.
Father decided that he and Fritz should try out the ship alone, in case it wasn't safe. So Mother, Jack, and myself waited on the reef for them.
Wish us luck.
Good luck, dear.
Please hurry back. I want my turn.
Yeah, me too. I want my turn.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready to go, Fritz?
I'm ready.
Well, then we're off.
It's a beautiful looking ship, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Your father and Fritz have done a wonderful job.
Maybe we should all wave to them.
Yes, a wave of encouragement. Good idea.
Three cheers for the Robinson ship! Come back and pick me up! Yay! Oh, look! They've let the sail out, Mother!
Yes, I see. And the mast is holding as well.
The sail works! Yay! Yippee-yay!
We're picking up some good speed.
Australia, here we come. We may be there before lunchtime.
Oh, the boat is going away.
It's all right, Jack. They're going to come back.
This is about as smooth as it could be.
Father!
Slacken out that rope a bit. No, that's too much. Pull it in. Pull it in. Now, let some out. Good.
My first steering lesson.
Mine too. Let's take her back to the reef now.
It looks like they've learned to control it.
They're coming to pick us up.
Take me on the boat! The boat didn't stop, Becca.
Fritz, let some of your rope out and I'll pull mine in.
All right.
You can pull your rope back in now, Fritz.
Father, it worked. We're heading straight for the reef.
Uh-huh. Ahoy! Does anyone want to go sailing?
Yeah, I want to, Daddy! So the Robinson family went for a whole day of sailing.
Well, how many days do you think we need to finish preparing the food, Anna?
We could be done in about 2 days.
Excellent. I think everything else will be completed by then.
After all this time, I find it very hard to believe we're actually leaving.
Yes, I know I've had the same feeling.
Believe it or not, I think we'll be able to make it. I've drawn this from memory of the map that the captain kept referring to before we were shipwrecked.
I know, that's Australia there.
Where do you think our island is located?
I'd say our best guess is we're part of this small group of islands here.
Oh.
We're right above Australia.
That means that all we have to do is sail southward.
Yes, that's exactly what I've been thinking.
The
Oh.
candles broke.
The wind seems to have picked up strength.
We might as well go to bed. I'm sure everybody's tired after today's sailing.
That's a good idea, dear.
I'm not even tired. After the candle blew out, we all went to bed, but the wind kept getting stronger. And then it started to rain.
Oh, it's raining.
If it turns to snow, we won't have to go to school.
Ernest, this storm seems to be stronger than normal.
Yes, I think you're right. Anna, dear, do we have anything for covering up these windows? The way the wind's blowing, everything will get wet.
Oh, dear. It stormed like this the night we were shipwrecked.
Could you hold the bottom while I nail this up?
Sure, got it.
Nail?
Here.
Thank you.
We used every mat we had to cover the front windows. They helped, but they couldn't keep all the rain out.
Mommy, why is the wind blowing the rain so hard?
It's a storm, darling. That's what storms do.
Oh.
If it stops raining tomorrow, I think we should all go out and make better covers for all the windows.
Why bother with that? We're going to be sailing away from the island very soon.
That's true.
Children, why don't we go back to bed now? There's nothing more we can do tonight.
Oh, Mother.
Go on.
All right. The storm raged on through the night.
Huh? Now the roof's leaking too. I wonder how the ship is doing. Well, at least somebody can sleep.
This storm's not letting up at all.
Father,
Huh?
don't you think we should go down and check on the ship?
Mm-hmm.
Look, we have to try to save her.
Let's go! Take that side.
Right.
We'll try and push her out of the surf. Keep pushing. A little more. Push. Push.
Fritz? Mother, where's Fritz?
At the ship with your father.
The ship? Don't you think we better help them?
Well,
Mom! Come on, they might need some help. Can't we go?
mm-hmm.
Pull. Here she comes. Hold her. Hold her. Fritz! Fritz, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Huh? Oh, no. Let's go. Come on.
Oh!
Oh, dear.
Oh no, Mother, the ship is floating away.
There's nothing more we can do now, Becca.
But, the ship that took Fritz and Father so long to build, it's gone. All those dreams are gone. It's so unfair.